Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Hurtling uncontrollably through the cosmos on a lunar excursion. Join us as we have plenty of space adventures in store on this week's episode of Cosmic Space 1999. This is your GM Patrick here, your moon colony janitor just trying to survive an interstellar flight. Joining me in meeting alien civilizations and storing all of our nuclear waste upon the moon are my 5 friends and your fellow Alphan colonists. To my far left, taking its visual cues from 2001: A Space Odyssey, but setting it 2 years earlier, it's Jabber, jabbering away as Jamfram.
Hi, everybody.
Across the digital table from me, a special guest appearance by a Star Wars film actor. It's Miles, making believe as redacted.
Good evening.
To my right, the chief officer in the magical medical wing. Why, it's Tyler, talking as Pradier.
Hello there.
To my immediate left, Martin Landau as your Captain Kirk. We have Drew dying to play Zilix Thel.
Surely this episode won't have dire consequences.
And across from him, why, it's the moon hurtling far into deep, deep space, Warp 5, aka none other than Rebecca, rolling with Asher and Sky.
Hello.
I really, it fills me with a lot of joy every time I forget the entire existence of this show, Space 1999, and then every once in a while I'll see something online. It's like, oh yeah, that was a show, wasn't it?
Yep.
The late 70s, early 80s for sci-fi is a little sad. Next few episodes intro, it's going to be a little sad.
That's what I've never seen. I've seen images, but I've never actually seen the show.
Yeah, well, Martin Landau's in it. There's your spoiler warning. But yeah, they had all kinds of guests on. But it was basically, I think the premise is the moon explodes with such a force because they stored nuclear waste on one side of it that the moon becomes like a spaceship just hurtling through the cosmos and goes into like a black hole. And
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that tracks. Yeah.
I like all
that's how
I like all those things you just said.
That's what happens. Well, do you like 70s set and costuming?
It depends.
I can.
100% do. So.
Is it Japanese anime? Because yes, I do.
It is not. It is 1975. Maybe a British production.
I'm pretty sure it was British. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. British.
Yeah, they had all the. I guess this is that's before Star Wars. I guess it probably went on during. I think it was a couple of seasons. Probably went on during the Star Wars mania, the Star Wars craze. Hey guys, how are you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Are you ready to talk about what happened last time on Cosmic Crit?
Oh, not even a little bit.
Probably
not. Can I ask a distracting question so that we can put off getting to that part of the show?
No.
Yes,
I'm about to read.
What's your question, Tyler?
Right now.
Well, let Tyler have the floor.
Yeah. Let Tyler and his pretty new hair have the floor.
Oh, I was just gonna.
Last time on Cosmic Crit.
Yeah, you got nothing, do you, bud?
I actually do have a question, but
all right. No, go right ahead.
You're spare parts, aren't you, bud?
I was waiting to cut you off. Like
I thought that was just going to be part of the joke. Is Coraline sci-fi?
Fantasy.
Oh boy, jeez Louise.
It's fantasy.
Gosh,
it's great.
But it's got like an alternate reality. Isn't that sci-fi?
You can make an argument, but the framing of the novel is fantasy.
Dang it. I rewatched Coraline and I was like,
it's great.
I wonder if I could have, I was like, it's one of my favorite films. And I was thinking, I wonder if I could have argued my way for this to be on the top 20 sci-fi films of all time list.
I got Young Frankenstein on there. So,
no. Commissioner overrides, baby.
I definitely have thought about it in my head multiple times since that original thought. So
IMDb has it listed as genres: animation, drama, family, and fantasy.
Dang it!
Commissioner overrides. Patrick and I would have been in agreement.
Yeah.
Great film, though. Great film. Maybe we'll do a fantasy draft one day.
That would be fantastic.
Maybe.
Now back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Yeah, now back to your last times on.
Last time on Cosmic Crit. That's all getting cut, by the way. I have final editing power.
No, people need to hear this. They need to know where we come from.
You know, Tyler asking like inane non sequitur questions.
Yes.
Before we get into it. All right, last time on Cosmic Crit. I'll share with you the last time on as well, so you can read along.
This podcast.
You all fought off a host of 6 mole beetles and 1 big old behemoth mole beetle in the sinkhole leading to the mountains. Stamp Panatil helped you out, but some max damage sharpshooting from Zilix and melee attacks from Jamf and Asher helped to win the day.
Yeah, there's your first correction. I helped.
Back at the so omissions aren't corrections. All right, let me continue on. Back at the newly named Viridian colony, the Golden Bloom Harvest had 2 bidders from the south, the colonies of Nightmood and Zanilia, the Xenowardens, and a pharmaceutical company, respectively. Holtharia threatened to quit her post if you sold to the human envoy Gill crew, but you did anyway. Finishing out the month, you'll kick some spies out from your colony, earning yourself a boost to the colony's accord for the next month. There's a bunch of stuff wrong there.
I have one.
Yes.
It was 5 mole beetles and their mother.
All right. Well, you got one right off the bat. Hoping I can mix you up on some math.
I think I have one.
Yeah.
You've got it as Nightmood and Zanilia, but wasn't it Nightwood and Zanilia?
So close. That M is upside down. Yes, Nightwood. Nightmood sounds like a pretty cool place with a synth soundtrack. Nightmood.
Yeah. It's Nightwing's jazz club.
You're so worried about this last time on. You've already earned a single reroll. Anybody else want to offer one up? There's some more stuff wrong here.
I was gonna say, yeah, it wasn't Haltheria. That's a crazy name. I've never heard that name in my life. Which is more just to the disdain that we all feel for that unpleasant botanist.
Weirdo.
Actually, Patrick, when we discovered the spies, we did not get a boost to our colony's accord. We got a boost to our colony's economy.
You're correct, Tyler.
Nice.
Actually, Tyler, Coraline is fantasy, but
now you have to keep it in.
You hit me where I hurt the most, Patrick. I have taken some major damage.
Gill Crew is not human as well. He's a winter-born Riforian. And as I was reading this, I think I got something else wrong, but I forget. So there's a lot wrong.
Accidentally.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's been a while since I wrote this question, and we played on last week's episode. So you gotta hear a point for this, a reroll for this episode. Indeed, last time on the podcast, you guys ousted. You found out a colonist in your charter had been spying on you guys, maybe all the goings on here and sending large data packets to other colonies. You rooted him out. There's a grifter named Ranver Dale, and
they're not invited to my birthday party anymore.
he seemed to be keeping tabs on local businesses. Maybe had some like faulty credit card swiping strip things, siphoning credits here and there, and kicking him out of the charter has had a very positive boost in morale for your local business community. Your general trading post, 3D printer shop, and what have you. Some other open air markets that pop up every month or so. And this next month, a very large contingent of traveling traders, a consortium, rolls into Viridian Colony on a starship called the Fair Exchange. And they roll out, carts and small buggies and vehicles with tents and pavilions to set up on just outside of town. And this is something I teased with you guys at the beginning of the season, that we'd have some NPC traders that would come in and out of your colony sporadically and really just goof up the economy of Starfinder. I just wanted to break all the rules because I'm GM and I can do that. Yeah, and then I found out they were making like basically Starfinder 1.5 with the next rule book, which would do a lot of these things. I was like, I guess I don't need to go really ham into economy rules, but There are a number of traders that can come in here, and I don't know. Should I have 6 written up? Should we roll them randomly, or should I just give you names and see if you want to pick one or what?
Random.
Okay. Random D6. Who wants to roll it?
Rebecca.
All right.
Don't mess it up, Rebecca.
No pressure. 4.
4. Okay. I guess I didn't technically number them. They're just like in order in my notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, you've rolled the least interesting one, but we'll go with it. This month, in your traveling bazaar, a very large custom weapons booth shows up, and you can meet with the weaponsmith, a human woman named Athena Gilchrist Worthington III. She's a former sharpshooting master from the Pact, and she takes commissions for personalized weapons. Blades and guns that you buy from her are a little bit more expensive if you want them personalized, with a customized loadout, 10% more expensive. But with those weapons, you can re-roll natural ones. And, well, I wrote this, I think, while in a fugue dream. But when you roll a natural 20 attack, instead of taking a card, you just take your straight double damage, and you can get a free attack right after that if you spend an RP. Only with her weapon.
This is the least interesting because this sounds amazing.
She can also repurpose weapons, like break down weapons for 50% cost when you make a purchase with her.
Cool.
That makes sense.
We'll have one of everything.
Athena Gilchrist Worthington III.
Have what she's having.
Right.
Well, we talked about that. Has anyone made some purchases between last week and this week after you guys got your asteroid meteorite money flowing in?
How much was that?
250 credits a piece. It's about $12.50 for the entire haul.
I would like to buy a tacklash.
Yeah.
Ooh, you're gonna get a personalized tacklash?
Very easily
Yeah,
done.
can I? What do I?
Well, does the personalized tacklash allow you, because you're going to use it with your entropic strike? Can you re-roll the natural one because it's technically not a weapon attack? It's an entropic strike attack.
Well, it is still an entropic strike. I'm just using my weapon to do it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
You heard it here, folks. It's allowed.
I mean, I can put fusions on my melee weapon and have that apply to my entropic strike.
So
Absolutely.
that is correct. Yeah, tacklash, like a lesser tacklash.
I don't know, whatever I can get at level 2, I guess. I just want the reach.
Oh, standard
And the trip.
tacklash is so that'd be it's 240 credits. So 10% more would be 264 credits. Oh boy, I'm breaking the bank on that one.
So if we buy anything from her, we can re-roll a natural 1.
If you want to spend a little bit more money for the customization, yeah.
Okay. And you said it's 10% more?
Yes, a whole 10%. So
Okay. I might just want to do another laser pistol, like an Azimuth laser pistol, because I can't really afford much more at this level.
okay, well, it's up to you if you want to trade in and trade up. Tyler, is Prater gonna buy a gun at some point, or a weapon of some kind?
Well,
Dex space, you can get like a
Yeah.
call it weapon.
I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I'm navigating towards a weapons page right now.
Oh. I haven't thought about weapons for months on this podcast.
Well, I was originally, I thought about a weapon, but until this new I was going to buy some more spell gems.
Mhm.
But with this new information, this brand new, very interesting information, I'm looking something up really quick. Oh, I still can't afford a gun.
So have we earned money other than last week?
Yes.
Yes, for months and months you have.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know.
Miles.
It's very simple on your character sheet. There's like a whole inventory section where you can write down, like money, credits. Oh, there's a whole area for credits here, Miles.
Great. I'm going to buy an azimuth laser pistol.
Okay.
This man is
Tyler, what kind of weapon can't you buy right now? I'm so confused.
Well, I'm not going to buy a basic melee. So I technically, I suppose, could buy a small arm. But that is not really what Pradier does. He is mostly trained how to use sniper rifles.
Oh.
So
Don't know if I knew that about you.
There are some sniper rifles that are... originally, when I pulled open the page, I saw that the first one that made any sense at all was 950 credits, which would be great. I can't afford 950 credits. I do see...
You should just make a new character because you get like 1,000 credits right off the bat there.
Oh, sweet.
And then be like, you know what, Pradier, I've become such good friends with you. Why don't you take my only item?
my only item
thing that I own in this whole world
is this sniper rifle. But then I did see that there's actually a laser sniper rifle and a projectile sniper rifle, which the projectile sniper rifle is very interesting because it has the one I could afford is 1d8 damage, and it has the injection property.
Can you tell us what credits you're working with? Like what
600.
amount?
600.
Okay, yeah, there's a bunch of sniper rifles you can afford.
Well,
5, in fact, total. A bunch.
I'm not buying the yellow jacket one or whatever. That one's.
Which one were you looking at? You said the injection one?
It's the projectile one, the Tag Tech Rifle Dazzler, 400 credits, 1d8 damage, 60 foot range. And the reason why I think this would be kind of an interesting choice, but I haven't looked it up yet, is spell ampules. I think I could load this with spell ampules and shoot it at somebody?
Don't know that you can.
I don't know. Does that work? I mean, it
says it can be filled with drugs and medical compounds. Drugs, medicinals, and poisons. Looks like.
So I guess I could do poison.
Well, were you thinking of what kind of ampules, spell ampules were you thinking about? Like,
well, I was just thinking that
fireball.
Spell,
He's casting the spell Los Drugas.
Yeah, no, I think spell ampules specifically say it has to be like a willing target, so it probably doesn't work. But I have so many things that are like will saves. It would just be funny to like force. It's like it's kind of doesn't matter. So yeah, I guess I could get a gun. But I've made it this far without a gun. It kind of feels.
And you've not been.
I've never been
knocked down or knocked unconscious at all.
Never been
You've never
been a problem.
Had want for something to do for your turn because everything's immune to your magic. Everything is completely and utterly unfazed by half of your spells. And also, they're very weak to bullets somehow.
I'm very weak to bullets. Yeah. So yeah, I guess there is the Shohabad Horizon Striker Tactical, which holds 2 rounds, 500 feet, does 2d4. So yeah, and that's kind of thing. Like there are some snipers I could get, but at like 700 or 900, at 900, if I waited to get, if I could have 950 credits, then I would be able to get something that's like 2d6, has a critical, some kind of better maybe but I wouldn't be able to get it personalized, right?
Well, I mean, it's possible that she can come back, Maybe she moseys her way through the other colonies and then comes back with the ship.
Skirts on back.
They are, I mean, this isn't like a day thing. She's going to be here for like the next week. So like if you do have custom commissions, she'll be able to make them in that time,
Gotcha. Okay.
So it sounds like you're still on the fence. Rebecca's buying something. Drew Zilix makes his own guns. He uses his own sauce to whip them up.
Later in the campaign, I can buy guns and kind of turn them into something that I can do, but I don't think I can do that yet. So
Miles, are you selling your other azimuth
Yes.
pistol to purchase it? Okay, we'll figure out 3 months of back pay at some other time. What about Jam? You've got a perfectly good stick.
I've got a perfectly good stick, and I like it a lot.
Amazing sword.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I should probably have pay to upgrade my stick, huh? So
I don't know. The stick's done pretty well so far.
The stick's not bad, honestly. Order the stick.
I think that's taken. I think that name's taken.
That's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. How much extra did you say it was for that?
10% for personalization.
Oh boy. On a battle staff. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do that. You know what? I might do it on my sword and on my.
Look at him go.
Yeah. I am not nearly as precious about items in this game or in this particular campaign. And so.
I mean, she's basically taking, if you want to sell your old one, she'll take that and just customize it, so it doesn't take as long, and you don't have to pay as much because you're kind of trading up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna see if she can hook me up on a couple of weapons. I'm gonna go with my stick because I like the stick, and then I'm gonna do a nice sword. Let's see. What do we got here? Maybe a nice tactical dueling sword, or is that the exact same thing as my current?
Less.
That might be less. Oh yeah, that's less. That's a 1d6. Never mind. What am I doing? Spoiler warning. I've had a really long couple of weeks, and so
sounds like
so I don't know what I'm doing.
I forget how to sword. I think you have just the standard long sword.
Yeah, this is the standard one. Yeah, and the next long sword doesn't come out until level 7. So yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and upgrade the long sword and the stick.
You hear about the new long sword that just dropped? A level 7 long sword. Yeah, that is quite an upgrade. All right, cool. After you guys are done shopping, a day of shopping, Ezran Shire comes up to you. He's got a new VR game controller system and like a bag over his shoulder and says, hey guys, wow, it looks like you all got some cool stuff here. I'm about to ruin market day for you. I got something I got to show you. Starts walking over to across the grass courtyard to the new apartment buildings, and along the way is very apologetic. He's like, I don't know why I'm always a bearer of bad news here. Why can't I provide them the good news for once? That'd be great. At the apartment buildings, you see over the top of even more recent graffiti markings of the cult of the Nomen. Perhaps something even more disturbing, a 8-foot tall, larger than life poster of Kells Deirdrick with a bunch of block letters underneath that reads, elect competence, not more failure. Yeah, sorry I didn't warn you about this sooner. So after Balco Unktar died, the next day, Kells was really unhappy, obviously. She requested some data about the colony and asked about procedures for recalling you guys and forcing a vote. And I said that couldn't be done, at least until the colony tripled in size. And I suppose I thought that would take longer, but with all the immigration from the Pact, we hit that threshold last week. Anyway, I messed up. I didn't think Kells was really that serious. She seemed to cool down just the next day, but well, I've heard there's been some discontent in the colony and people asking and maybe not happy with you all, but I figured it was also just that spy that you ousted. But yeah, maybe it was Kells. She seemed to take Balco's death really, really hard. They were best friends, and well, it didn't seem like she had a lot of friends here, But as you're chatting here, you see Namil Tana walk by, and he's got a ladder under one arm and bucket of glue, a roller, and an armful of posters under his other arm. He just kind of gives you a nod. Ezran continues like, anyway, it seems like she might be enacting some bylaws in the colony contract to try and force this through. I've asked around, and she's gotten a lot of signatures, like a majority of signatures. So you guys might need to fend this off the old-fashioned way. a good old election
with
campaign.
violence.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, Redacted. Yeah, that probably won't go well. She's actually kind of well liked.
I mean, violence is kind of technically the old-fashioned way, I feel like. But
All right.
Exactly.
You got me there.
Jamfram knows what I'm talking about. Jamfram knows what this being is talking about.
I guess I'm talking about the new old-fashioned way. Yabba-doo time. Yabba-dabba-doo time. Yeah, we should get out of public, though. Maybe start some planning. I can be your guys' campaign manager. That's the good news. And we can try to nip this in the bud and see if we can get this done in the next month so things don't really boil over here in the colony. Really get officially started. Want to head home and talk strategies?
Doesn't look like we have that much choice.
Yep. We're kind of under crunch time because this came out of nowhere. As you guys are walking back to your command center, to your house, indeed you see...
That's what I call my house, too.
The command center.
Command center.
Was the bridge of the ship that we've disassembled.
Yes.
But
I sleep in it, too, so, yeah.
Sleep in what?
The bridge of the ship. It's my home. That's where I live now.
That's where
everyone else
lives.
gets like a fancy like shipping container, but I sleep in the old dusty bridge. That's what they call me, Dusty Bridges.
Actually, on the bridge. Yeah, as you're walking home, you see a group gathered in front of the communications building, and maybe on a small stage. Kells Deirdrick talking with a smaller group of folks, and as you walk by, you see a lot of them wearing the same Kells Election Committee T-shirt.
Oh, man,
with like a cartoon.
Ezra really let this get out of hand, huh?
There's like a cartoon version of her face.
He really like waited and like, what is it, like November 12th?
I think we're in August.
Yeah, pretty late in the election season there, Ezra. I think I know who Ezra's voting for.
You guys want to go over and chat at all, or see what you can see in this group? Maybe a couple dozen people there.
Yeah, let's go see what they have to say.
As you walk up to the group here, the Anglos sisters, the Orcish sisters of the late Tally Anglos, stop you kind of at the edge of the place where her sister perished, raising up their hands. They've got on, of course, little earpieces and sunglasses, and they're like, nobody sees Kells Deirdrick while we're on the job. But Kells kind of waves them aside. It's like, no, it's okay. Let them come through. She's conspiratorially talking with her election committee. You walk through the crowd. You see Namel Tana. Indeed, he seems to be part of the group here, the custodian. You also notice...
Well, we've alienated a lot of people, huh?
Jamfram, a friendly-ish bony face, and the shifty character Rigsar Mortis is here.
Oh.
He's wearing the t-shirt too. His bony thumbs are like, hey. Yeah, and as you approach, just all eyes kind of turn to you as the crowd grows silent, and Kells is like, well. Look who it is, if it's not the incompetent, soon-to-be former rulers of Viridian Colony. Have you all come to formally put in your letters of resignation now, so we can maybe skip the charade of this election and not force your will upon the people of this colony another month under your management? I imagine that's what you're doing here.
Kells, it is odd for you to not want to exercise the electoral rights that people have preemptively, but no, we did not come here to submit to your efforts here. In fact, I am most interested. This is, no matter what happens, whether you and your team win or we prevail, I am sure it'll be for the best of the colony. This is a good thing.
I don't know. It's prettier being honest here. Is that...
Well, I don't know. Does Kells think I'm being honest?
Yeah, roll for it, baby.
I need to know what I'm rolling against.
Well, is it any different?
Handsome devil.
Is there a different DC?
Well, if you're rolling deception, maybe, or bluff, I should say.
Bluff, yeah. I suppose it would. I suppose it would be bluff.
She seems a little perturbed by this. It's like, Yeah, right. That's what you would say. This seems more like an intimidation tactic. And she's like trying to rouse up the people around her. Coming over here, stomping over with your fancy looking weapons. This reflects as poorly on your personal character as it does on your leadership skills, or lack thereof.
Your melodrama does no good here. If we wanted to see what your insides looked like, we'd see them.
Is that a super threat? Are you super threatening me? Did you say my insides? Why is this guy part of your group? I'm so confused.
It is not literal. I think he is referring to your inner character and not your literal insides. And
yes, correct.
She's looking around. She's like, did you catch that? Did you hear that? It seems like a few of the people here are secretly recording you with their communication devices and things like that.
They're secretly recording us with their like news cameras.
Yeah, they just got little phones propped up on their shoulder, like
a whole arm mounted thing.
They're like, oh no,
where'd they come from?
I'm texting someone right now.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say one of the people that kind of turns around here is Haltharia Grauman, who's wearing a hat that says campaign manager.
Nice.
She comes around and is like,
Haltharia, the one with the made up name, I presume. Yes.
I've been here for the entire time. I'm an original colonist. You get my name right, Jamfram. Kells says that once she's elected, she's canceling that deal you made with Zanilia, and with that company out of the way, they'll rehire me here as lead botanist. Once you all are out of the picture. In command, that is.
Haltharia, I would rehire you as
Haltharia! You know what my name is!
Miss Grauman.
That's acceptable.
Dr. Grauman?
Yeah, Dr. Grauman, I would rehire you as lead botanist in an instant, but you made your desires very clear that you did not want to work anywhere near the people of Zanilia, and I understand, and it is important to stand on the principles that you believe found your work.
I accept. I'll take my job back now.
Well, that's you may have your job back as long as
all right.
You're fine.
Tell Tayana to get out of my lab.
Our lab.
Actually, I'll text her right now. I'll be like, back up. They said I can have my job back. You got that on camera, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I mean, she was the one who quit. I'm so confused. I don't think I fired her. I think Praetor might look around a little bit and says, I know that there are a lot of you out there who are unhappy with the work we've done as we've tried to start this community here. And I think where we have failed the most is the fact that while you have vocalized your discontent, we have not made any effort to make you feel heard, to make you know that we hear your issues and that we are trying to do things to resolve them. The Inglo sisters lost one of their own because our security measures were not good enough. And Kells Diedrich was dealt a personal blow of her own. And as a result, they have taken action to try and better this community. And that is why I say I think that what is happening is for the best of this community, because if all of you didn't care at all about what happens here, then you wouldn't be doing this. So, truly, I commend you, and I count myself as being lucky.
Is anyone else getting Barack Obama vibes off of Pradier?
Truly, I believe that this goes in the right direction.
The democratic process will...
this is part of the democratic process?
Zilix is ready to start talking about how the election's already rigged, and if we lose, it's all over. And
are you reading the campaign, Drew, the book? How dare you? Do not read the chapter on the hanging chads. That's a euphemism.
I played bass for the hanging chads.
Yeah, it's a PG-13 podcast. We can't get into that. Right. Well, she's not too happy with your eloquent speech, Pradier, but you're trying to convert a lot of her, like inner circle right now. So yeah, fast forwarding back to the command center, you guys move Jamfram's pillows and blankets out of the way on the table here. And Ezran Shire flips over a board that looks like kind of like a like a serial killer, like tracking police board. There's like a bunch of question mark, like pictures of silhouettes of people with question marks on them and like red string. He's like, let me get this out of the way. He flips over the board and maybe writes on the whiteboard, election 323. All right, so yeah, let's talk about this, guys. It's up to you if you guys want to run against Kells as an elected council, kind of like you're operating as now under the bylaws. But you can also go another route, and if you want, you can nominate a single spokesperson to run as prime executive. That's what she's running as. But, either way has its ups and downs. If you run as a council, you guys can stand tall together, and, it's how you've run the colony so far, so kind of makes a lot of sense. But, she can really hit you on some of the issues here as individuals, as well as a group, as your actions. So the positive there is, all of you can participate in the debates and speeches for the election. But the negative maybe is she might be able to throw more mud against 5 people than one. But yeah, if you want to run a single person as prime executive, the burden of making those same speeches would fall on just one of you guys. But yeah, she would really only be able to focus her campaign on the one of you. You might be better able to defend against her, whatever she's got cooking if you do that. But yeah, you're going to need to select just one of you and really think up a great slogan if you do that. I'll start thinking about those. What do you guys think? What do you want to do?
Has the majority of the colony been made aware of what that being did to Kells Diedrich's loved one?
What did he do? What
did we never tell you?
Are you talking about Redacted?
Yes.
I don't remember. Was Ezra and Shire there?
I don't remember. Well, Ezra and I fill him in.
Oh, the probing. Oh. Yeah. No, I don't think that's common knowledge.
Well, we can be sure that she will make it common knowledge. And so, if we plan to run as a group, we should be prepared for that. We're going to need to prepare a counter for that.
Okay. That seems like a pretty high hurdle to get over, but you know what? I'm putting this on the back of the board. We're going to come back to that. Maybe we can just think of the slogan first.
Us for council. We don't probe. No probes in
Lean
here.
into the probe. Like,
that's right. You take your weakness and you make it a strength.
Yeah, probing and roving.
You've heard of 2 cars in every garage. Well, 2 probes in every orifice.
Every orifice. That's right.
And a thermometer under every tongue. Yeah.
Explain to this being why we don't just eliminate the competition.
Well, like I said, she's a colonist here, and it would probably cause like a riot. Whatever. There might be some mass chaos in the street. We've already got from all intents and purposes here, from what I've heard, like a secret cult of people that are pretty obsessed with the city. So probably don't want to murder someone running for political office to unseat you all. I don't know. It might just make the colony collapse in on itself and every single building be burnt down, and then we'd probably be eaten by lynxecutes.
But then the group could start again, right?
Well, those who survived, yeah, but
perfect.
Ezra holds up his crutches. Is like, I don't think I can outrun a lynxecute, unfortunately. Can I claim one of the seats in your vehicle, Redacted? If that kind of apocalyptic scenario happens. All right, well, who's getting kicked out? Because I know for a fact you only have 5 seats.
Can buy another one.
Is someone sitting on my lap? What's happening?
We got room on the roof.
What do you guys think? Is this an old Tyler episode? Are you guys going to go to the bathroom, or do you want to continue to run?
I mean, I have offered a very reasonable.
No, you have not.
To this whole
no, you haven't, Milo.
Stop talking. I mean, it would make this a very short episode. I don't have a lot.
Even better.
We march back into the HQ.
All right, President Tyler. Pray dear for emperor for life.
So I guess what you're saying is Coraline is science fiction.
Prime executive
in the budding town of Viridian. Coraline is science fiction.
My first duty is
well. I mean, in Starfinder it is because it's called Space Coraline.
Space Coraline, right? Because everything is science fiction in Starfinder. Yeah. All fiction is science fiction.
Let's take that to its logical end. I think we have Starfinder. Or Star Wars, rather.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the?
Wouldn't it just be Wars?
No, it's not. It's not like a double negative, Miles. Just Wars.
Could be.
Okay, Rebecca, Drew, what are your guys' thoughts? How does Zilix and Asher? What are you thinking about? Do you guys want to still be council members here?
I think Zilix would kind of say, whisper to Asher as they're both kind of standing towards the back. I never want to be in charge anyway.
Participating in a debate is very intimidating to me. I don't want to speak. At least not expected to speak intelligently.
Well, I mean, if you want to run as a council, you could all be on the stage and still use Praetor as the golden tongue that he's got. But at the very least, you'd be able to help if for whatever reason he came up short on a topic. I know you always all have different skill sets that you bring to the team, which is why they, put you in charge in the first place. It wasn't just that you beat up a bunch of thugs in the docking bay there.
I thought it was because of the thugs thing.
I mean, we did literally beat up thugs.
No. Like I said, I looked at your guys' files, and I also, after the fight, and I recommended you. I thought you guys would work well together because you come from a lot of different backgrounds, some known, some unknown, but you seemed like you had a reason to come out here halfway across the universe. So what'll it be?
I vote for Praetor for council. If Praetor would like that, then I will support Praetor in that activity. And I'll make posters, and I will go out and I'll canvas and knock doors.
You'll be the Namoltana of the group, just slapping up the posters.
Yeah, that's me.
Asher, what do you think? Do you wanna?
I would definitely throw all of my support behind Praetor. He has not indicated to me any reason not to trust him, despite the fact that I know one of you is untrustworthy. And Asher is going to offer to plan a cultural event to rally the colonists in a beautiful song.
If I win, I'll tell you guys, I'm just going to have the soundbite ready for when Palpatine takes over the Senate. I'm just going to play.
When Tyler reveals
reorganize
himself as the mole.
into the first Viridian Empire.
The empire of one town. It's a very small empire.
We're a
but you're all my
city-state at
subjects.
best.
We're taking over Zanilia. We're invading tomorrow. Everyone
everyone put your shoes on.
Azimuth laser pistol. Get ready to go. Pack snacks.
Yeah, it seems like we've kind of come to a conclusion, and Praetor will stand up and say, "I came to this planet because I believed that there is something here which will help me better understand my abilities and where I came from. And in all the futures I see, where there is even a hint of success, it includes Viridian being prosperous and all of you. And I do not take lightly the trust that you have put into me to win this. I will do my best."
Cool. All right, let's work on this in the morning. I got some phone calls to make here, but be thinking about a really killer slogan. I'm not going to lie. That's before this month's out. If we don't have one of those, probably going to lose the election. I don't know.
I have one.
Yeah.
For a brighter future, pick the man who can see the future.
Oh, that's not bad. I'm not going to lie.
I was gonna.
Pretty good.
Envision a future with Praetor.
I was going to say continuing Viridian.
Yeah.
Don't change your horse midstream.
Praetor yesterday, Praetor today, Praetor tomorrow.
And what's that book all about?
Callback.
Change is scary. Go with the same old.
Could go with that old sack of crap, you know. Right here, he's our man.
As everyone heads out, Ezrand Shire indeed pulls you aside, Asher, and says, "Listen, I have not made any progress whatsoever on the whole Olme situation. Say this last month. Have you noticed anything about the other four since you guys had that fight with Balco Ungtar? Anything suspicious? Can you trust Pradier as getting in charge of everything?"
I admit my colleagues are all quite suspicious, but nothing in particular really stands out. They're just kind of a weird bunch. But Pradier, of all of them, seems to be the most trustworthy. He has not led me astray yet.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm a little worried. You see, it was Balco Ungtar on the comms desk when the communique came in from corporate about the mole, so it's possible he might have known about it. Maybe, do you think he would have told that to Kells before he died? It was like not too soon after that he turned.
What do you think might have turned him then? Are you suggesting that he was turned because he knew about the mole?
No, I don't know what kind of magic exists here, but whatever that sonic boom kind of thing was that damaged the communications towers, could that have been some kind of attack? Maybe he wasn't involved at all, but this was like the first real bit of sabotage. I guess the second bit of sabotage, because there's a whole bunch of bugs that were released here. I'm in the weeds here. Anyway, keep your eyes open. I'll see you on the campaign trail tomorrow. Good night, Asher.
Good night, Ezrand.
First thing in the morning, you guys are woken to the smell, some instant coffee, and a group of friendly colonists, maybe with your own t-shirts, just like with grease paint written on it, just like Pradier, the number 4, and then PE.
How many of these are spelled correctly?
Well, let's double check. It is spelled Praydeer, right, Tyler? Pradier.
Yeah, sure.
You see Tayeta is here. Stamph Panatil, maybe telling a story about how he rescued you guys from some mole beetles. Elena Zorian, the undead scout. And it's 7 a.m. Gavin Neldener is here, obviously already drunk. Or maybe still drunk? I don't know.
Still drunk, yeah.
But this is Ezran introduces them, your volunteer support team.
When we said political party, that's not what we meant.
There's 10 of us here, and by my last calculations, after you kick that guy out, we've got 277 colonists in the town. That's a lot of door knocking. If we, calculate that as 10 minutes per person, divide up into a couple canvassing groups, it's only going to take 8 hours for about 3 days. So I've got some talking points here, a list of accomplishments that you've had in the short time on the colony. And yeah, we got to get out there and start talking to people about why you should still be in charge. A lot of the folks that came in the last month or two don't really know you that well. So time to literally shake everyone's hand in the colony. So have, rest up, Pradier. Maybe do some stretches, some exercises. I don't know. You guys ready to get out? This is indeed, we're going to blaze through about 4 weeks of this campaign.
Oh,
that means we're at full health, right?
Yes. What question?
Just in case we need to beat somebody up when we go to talk about our reelection.
I don't know. You never know.
You never know. Miles isn't too far off. Kells has stats in the book. It's someone's going to try to, how do we just murder her? She has stats.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are out canvassing, talking to folks, and there are rules for that, believe it or not.
I believe.
Would you believe that there is a influence system here, Miles, that you need to accumulate a certain amount of points for in order to win this election? And there is it is very possible that you guys can lose. Not gonna lie.
I believe it.
Okay.
Could we also take on the entire colony if we needed to?
I mean, it's
At level 2?
270.
At level 2 plus a car.
272 people that are probably like anywhere between CR 1/2 and CR 2.
Yeah.
Statistically,
Look! It's season 5. I'm ready to pronk around and find out. So,
let's make this
Isn't there
the
like
shortest season ever.
isn't there like a fun Marvel moment where they're like, you take the 2,000 on the left, I'll take the 2,000 on the right, or whatever.
I mean, if you want to kill the colony, you should probably do it now.
I think you're thinking of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right. So the rules for canvassing is you guys can aid someone in a check, but this is going to be a series of diplomacy or a equivalent profession check, and you can secure votes by beating a certain DC, and there's basically like a critical modifier as well if you secure enough. So we can start making those rolls. What is diplomacy like one of your best there, Tyler?
It is, and in fact, I'm gonna roll 3d20 for the paradox rolls. So these are my paradox, because diplomacy is part of my paradox.
Oh, do you get these per day or per play session?
Per day.
So technically, if a day changes, you could do 3 more.
I will do 3 more. Yes. So I've rolled 13, 1, and 9. So glad to get those out of the way.
Probably don't want to use those.
Maybe the 13. The 13's not terrible. But yeah, diplomacy is my second best, I think. Yes.
Do you want to make those rolls by yourself, and then we can go back and see if you need to get?
Yeah, why not? How many do you need?
Well, it's 3 per canvassing session, so over the course of a few days here.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to roll 3, and then we can pick if I want to substitute 1, and then if I want to because I mean, the 1 and the 9 are not going to be probably good subs.
Yeah, I don't know. That 9 might be better than what you roll here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
We also have a reroll.
That is also true.
I can't use a paradox for a die that has already been re-rolled. I can't re-roll a paradox. Regardless of how you use it is lost. At first level, you can use a paradox in place of your d20 roll for Okay, I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a limit to how many times I can use my paradoxes, because I'm about to use a bunch right in a row. So, okay, 3 diplomacy checks. Maybe I'll just knock these out of the park and it won't even matter. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, I can already tell that 2 are not going to swing well. I've rolled a pretty good one. I rolled a 16 on the dice for a 23, and then I rolled a 4 and a 1. So I think what I would like to do is use if I use my 13, that would be a 20.
So it says you use your paradoxes in place of ability score checks or caster level checks.
Yeah, and then if you keep going, you can use a paradox on a d20 roll associated with your anchor's focal paradox.
Oh, what's that?
My anchor's focal paradoxes are diplomacy and intimidate.
Oh, yes. Okay. So I was about to say, because it's like, where does skills come into this?
Yeah. So
I imagine replacing a couple of these here. So I don't think. Well, why don't we check? So the 23, I think you're good by yourself there. Technically, I don't think you. Let's see here.
Because I'm thinking of re-rolling. Like, I'm thinking of using the 13 on the first roll to get a 20 and seeing how that goes. So then I can know what to do with the 1.
Yeah, no, you can get more votes here. So if you. So you've rolled an 11 and a 8, but you're replacing the die rolls, right?
Yeah, so
the 1 and a 4.
I rolled a 4 on the dice for an 11. I'm going to change that to a 13 on the dice for a 20.
Oh, okay. So that makes it a lot easier. Go ahead, and for that one, why don't the rest of you roll some aids for this? How many people can aid?
Not I, shockingly.
This is a DC 10 on a what kind of roll?
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Ooh, yeah. I'm actually not the worst at diplomacy.
It's not too bad.
Apparently you're the best, Yamfram.
I'm definitely not the worst at diplomacy.
It's so funny. It's like I saw the 3 on the dice, and then I looked over it, and it said natural 20. I was like, what? Where did this come from? But Asher not helping, Jamfram aiding on that one. Zilix, do you want to help with canvassing effort?
I'll toss my hand in, but I have no ranks in this, so.
Oh my 20 again. No, you guys are cracked.
Burning it. Okay, so yeah, no, you guys. Well,
I make
guess
really good t-shirts, by the way.
replacing this 1 with a 9 would get you.
So hold on.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I wanted to do it on the first roll is because once per day, when I swap out a d20, I immediately gain a new paradox.
Oh,
so I get to roll another d20, and I want to see what that result is before I decide what we do. Okay. It is a 2 on the dice.
Technically better.
Woohoo! So
technically better.
I think if it's okay with everybody.
Oh no, it's not better than the other paradox.
Yeah,
right,
if it's okay with everybody, I would like to use our intro reroll on this diplomacy check.
On the one that's an 8?
The third one.
Yeah.
But can you?
Yes.
Can you, Tyler?
I hope so.
I thought it said something in there. You can't reroll paradoxes.
I can't use a paradox to reroll a paradox, and I can't use a paradox to reroll a die that I've already rerolled. So, for example, if I use a reroll, like our intro reroll on this diplomacy check, and it still is bad, I can't come in with a paradox to try to make it better.
Okay, I would. Be honest, recommend saving some of these, like the reroll bonus, but it's up to you if you'd like to secure these votes now.
I thought we were doing 3 a day.
Oh yeah, there's more than just the canvassing as part of the election.
Okay, crap.
Like you'll get other rolls, then, but there's other rolls to come this episode.
I guess I'll just use the 9 and hope that people roll well on 8 again.
That makes a 16. So I mean, to be honest, that's very close. So why don't you guys just roll like 3 more 20s? And does everyone else want to make another diplomacy check to aid?
I'm really Tyler running up this.
Yes, I will.
Are we limited on how many aids we can do?
I mean, 1 each. So Asher helps.
Asher's being
Zilix helps.
You guys are destroying me.
Oh my goodness. For Jam.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting destroyed.
Maybe we shouldn't have put Fradier on as the focal.
You want to stop this episode and record a combat episode instead? Throw like a CR10.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting put to shame.
Is Redacted helping in this process at all, you think, Miles? Do you want to try diplomacy?
Redacted doesn't really have the ability to help.
You could psychically, plant some ideas in folks' minds.
I mean,
vote for Pradier.
Redacted has no points in charisma.
What if this is the start of your charisma journey? You also roll a natural 20 here, and you're like, maybe people do like me.
Oh, God. All right. I will do so, and I will laugh at you when it fails.
I'll be.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Natural 20. Prater's the most likable of all the characters.
We should have. I have never felt like such an idiot in my entire life.
We really should have run as a group instead of just putting
run as a council, huh? Boy,
should have run as a council. Golly,
you can go back and change that, but you have to get rid of all these votes and do all this over again. I cannot believe that just happened.
I can't believe what I've just witnessed.
What are all the nice things that Redacted says about Pradier? Because you roll the natural 20, you've convinced someone to vote for Pradier, or at least one person.
Pradier has adequate posture.
I guess, it'd be weird to be like a slouching elf,
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go. That's the nicest thing he's ever said about anyone.
That's our slogan. He knows loud.
I still cannot believe that happened. I am.
So good news.
Round around and found out.
Good news is you guys have all done very well, even on some of these low rolls for canvassing here. As you're getting done with this day of canvassing, you do see like some of the people in the Kells election committee. I forget what it was. On their shirts collection. They have like a little cartoon female mouse's face on the shirts. And one of the people you see as you're out there, Jamfram, is Rigzar Mortis, who's handing out pamphlets, and he waves you over when he sees you, and he's like, "Hey there, my man Jamfram."
Hey, Riggs.
Hey, sorry I joined up with the opposition there, partner, but, well, it's just like after you promised that you'd put my business construction paperwork through, and then nothing happened for over a month. Well, I figured you forgot about the promise that you made me, and, well, I better take, things into my own hands.
Well, yes, I'm glad you've joined on with us on the side of good governance and ethical decision making. That's what Pradier stands for, and the other one is the opposite of that. I'm happy for you.
He looks down at his shirt. He's like, "What? Yeah, no, I'm working for Kells because she's agreed to get the boss's business construction license off the ground. Pretty much ASAP."
Oh, I thought you were coming over to tell me that you were switching to our good side, to the side of Pradier. The Pradier, the one who's going to keep businesses honest.
Yeah, I can't do that. You know, I made a promise to Kells that I'd help her win the election, doing whatever it takes possible, whatever it takes. But, promises don't really matter that much, do they? You know that more than anyone. So, hey, maybe I quit working for Kells. If you guys and your new boss, Pradier, it seems, promises to put that construction license off before the election, puts it right through the top of the paperwork. I quit Kells. She's got one less hand. And, maybe as I'm like, collecting my box of tchotchkes from her office there, I spill a gallon of coffee on the campaign computer when I'm out the door. Yeah, accidents happen. What do you say, pal o' mine? Does that sound like a deal?
I don't know that Prater would be the most enthusiastic about that.
No, he doesn't need to know. That's the thing. You just tell him, hey, you're doing a solid for a friend.
Ooh, it's if the news got out, and boy, it sure would look bad for the voters. To the voters,
it would look really bad if the news got out that you're making promises that you can't keep. Maybe I should talk to Pradier about this. Maybe he'd understand a little bit better than you.
Is it just Jamfram and Kells?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh man,
sorry, Miles. I have no private comments. Private chit chats. Unless your per wants to tag someone in, like,
if he's not intimidating me, then I'm gonna weasel my way and just look at the time. I gotta go. Gotta run. Got a big meeting.
Oh, it's 1:30. My sundial's not working anymore. That must be it's dark pretty late. All right, bye. All right. That's fine. I just wanted to have fun and bring over my cool NPC over to your guys' side. Let's get into the debates, everyone. In week 2, the first of a series of debates set up inside the courtyard of the newly built residential district, maybe on some platform stages. There's about 100 people who've come out here, from the promise of free lemonade and hot dogs and what have you. What are you guys? What do you have any strategy for the debate here, Prater? What are you guys' thoughts going in here? Are you worried about any particular mud that she might sling? I know, Prater, you talked about the whole probing incident.
Yeah.
Anything on your mind?
That's got to be her perceived nail in the coffin, right? I'm thinking today she comes out light with just some misplays that we've had, maybe, just some, the fact that, we let those bugs run rampant in wherever that place was, or, just criticizing some of our choices. I think that's. Okay. I don't think.
I mean, I feel like a
truth bombs.
A big one is the whole reason for this in the first place, which is the deal we made with, what is it called, Zanilia?
Yeah, I mean that brought Heltharia Grommen over to her side. That could be brought up. Or do you feel guilty at all for making that deal, Asher?
No, but I think that whoever is speaking should be prepared to spin it in a, good way. Do we have a solid stance on why we made the decision we did?
Absolutely.
Great.
Oh no, this is just like story-based last time ons for the entire season.
I think the easiest spin is that we are on a strange planet, and no doubt we are going to come across injuries, sicknesses, and diseases that we are not equipped to deal with and cannot hand. And having the backing of one of the largest pharmaceutical companies as a secure ally is going to help make sure that the healthcare in our little community is going to be as high as it possibly can for the safety of all. Right. Also, insulin now costs $50.
Any of you harboring massive secrets that you're keeping maybe from the other council members of Viridian Colony? Anything you're worried about she might have details on?
Jamfram is in deep with the Eoxians, so there's that.
And the one that's on the planet is working for her campaign.
Yeah.
Is that something you're keeping to yourself?
I think after the guy tries to come and strike a deal with me, maybe I'll pull Pradier aside.
Like right before he gets on stage, like, oh, by the way,
sort of in the 11th hour, coming to him. Just, Pradier, there's something you should know. Rigor mortis.
Rigs are mortis.
Rigs are mortis. Riggs, our friend, one of the campaign workers for your esteemed opponent, came to me with a very interesting offer to if we would help move his business permit through in a more timely fashion, if we'd give him preferential treatment, perhaps he'd be willing to do some sabotage. And I told him, no, you stand for honesty and good governance. And I told him all the things that would make you proud, Pradier. But there's this one thing you need to know.
Okay.
I might owe him and his boss quite a bit of money.
Oh, I assume you owe them the money for purely legal reasons, though, correct?
Well, mostly. It's legal on Eox. It's definitely legal on Eox. I made sure of that.
Oh, Prater spent time in Eox. I don't know if he would make the connection, though.
Yeah, it's probably not going to come up, It's just like, it's just not a thing that she's not going to get into it, right? No, it's not going to come up. It's going to be fine. You're doing great out there.
By your estimation, is Riggs and his boss, are they good people?
Oh, no, Mr. Pradier. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're good folks. Exactly. They were indeed willing to do some, let's call it some light necromancy.
I see.
For the promise of some.
They probably do not have the colony's best interests in their hearts, then.
I think it would be safe to say they have their own interests in their hearts, for sure. And definitely not mine.
I greatly appreciate that you have brought this to me, and I want you to know that if this does come up, I am sure that there will be criticism against you, and I know that there are people here in this colony who may not treat you the same afterwards, but I will do my best to be there for you if that does happen.
You're a good person, Pradier, and I'm glad to be standing by your side through this campaign. But if it doesn't come up, let's keep this between you and me. Is that cool? Is that cool?
Yes.
Look into the future. Cool. Is it going to come out? Do I need to call my mom right now?
No. Trust me. I one of the interesting things about being able to see futures is there are a lot of things that you see that you decide not to talk about, and I can just file this as one of them.
Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go call my mom now.
Okay.
I go to the phone booth. They have like payphones, right?
No.
Yeah.
We don't have payphones now in like 2023.
But this is the future. This is science fiction.
It's gone full circle. They're back in style.
This is science fiction where nobody predicted what mobile phones would be.
Time is a flat circle. Phone booths are coming back, and Coraline is sci-fi now. So
that's your second act as president for life. Is payphones on every corner.
Why do we have to watch this movie every week? I don't know. It seems pretty crazy. Right. So, as you guys are getting ready to support your candidate on stage, while you're still backstage, can you all make me a will save?
What?
A will save. Sounds like cheatery.
I can. Will I?
I won't.
Will you? Oh boy, Tyler. Maybe now's the time I should. Oh goodness gracious! Maybe now's the time you should roll this day's.
Yeah.
Can I use the reroll?
yeah. You
no,
can
absolutely
if you want,
not.
but it looks like the highest was a 12. Is that
From Tyler?
Oh yeah, and Zilix also rolled a 12.
Zilix.
Yeah.
Well, I got bad news. My will save is a +1. So I'm just, oh man, I have a really good reflex save. Can
I use the reroll?
No. All right.
Now can I use the reroll?
Better.
What
I
are
rolled
you
a
doing?
17 for an 18.
Oh, is it where you're using what was this for? I mean, was this the episode reroll?
Yes, I assume so.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was talking about rolling up your 3 paradox rolls for the day.
Oh, I can roll my 3 paradox rolls for the day, yes. I can't use a paradox on this check, though.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But here's some paradox rolls. A 10, a 16, and a 9. Oh, yeah, they're good.
Liking it pretty well. Why don't you, because you're the only one that has saved against this, probably the best one to do it as well. Radier, you get like a sense of, something feels off for a little bit. Like you get a little lightheaded, but it passes very quickly here. You want to make me a mysticism check? See if you can figure out what just happened. Yeah. The rest of your team kind of looks like they just smelt something terrible.
I don't think I know what this is. I've rolled a 5 on the dice.
Really sure, indeed. All you know is you watch as Kells Feldspar, Deirdrick, in a sharp-shouldered power suit, comes onto the stage next to you with a large, crooked smile on her face and starts her opening comments and says, well, it's been too long under the at times laissez-faire management of these 5, and at other times complete totalitarian rule of these individuals that we've labored under here for the last few months. The company picked them because, well, they're real good in the fight, and they've proved that a few times, more than once. But Viridian Colony needs a leader that's going to listen to everyone and not just hired muscles and trained shooters. So a vote for Kells is a vote for safety and security, and we're going to fulfill the promise of our charter and keep expanding at an exponential rate. Anything you want to say, Tyler, at the beginning of this debate?
Yeah. Give me a second. Yeah, Praetor comes out and says, in the time that we have been able to be leaders here, we have certainly come across our share of hardships. And I understand that while trying to build a strong community here, there have been mistakes made. And I am hopeful that we'll be able to listen to people's input going forward, address those mistakes, and come out of this election as a stronger community. I look forward to this debate.
All right, so you guys get started, maybe taking some questions from the audience here, pontificating on why you should be elected prime executive. Backstage, Jamfram, you see Rigzar Mortis at like the craft services table, just like stuffing napkins and silverware in his jacket pocket, just kind of like looting the place. And as he sees he comes over and he's like, "Hey there, Jamfram, that offer's still on the table, but it expires at like midnight tonight. They're going to change my passcodes. Kells fired me like a second before she went on stage for some reason."
What? Why would she do that? She seemed like a relative. I mean, not a completely loyal, employee, but pretty competent employee at least.
Yeah, no, I took all their toilet paper just about every single day.
Yes. Well,
believe it or not, really high premium on the TP.
Well, it's in short supply here.
the three seashells here. Yeah, no, but a lot of people are using leaves, so this is a huge upgrade. Anyway, she said something about loyalty being really important to her or whatever. I think she found out about the deal that we made, but you wouldn't have told her about that, so I got no clue how she knows. Those it was okay. They got a nose for smelling rats. Anyway, I can go bust up their campaign office while everyone's here at the debate. But like I said, they're going to change my passcode to the comms office probably in an hour. So
yes, well, I know how that goes, and I'm sorry that they turned their back on you like that. I mean, if it's any consolation, here's a Pradier for president t-shirt. Is it consolation?
I'll take it.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you can use it as toilet paper that you can just keep washing. And
oh man, look at the ideas on this one.
It's very high quality.
Anyway, if there's any way I can still get that paperwork put to the top of the pile, you just let me know.
I will discuss it with the team, and I will make sure that it's not. Honestly, I'll be honest with you that a month does seem like a long time to wait, and I don't want to be dismissive of a constituent's needs, but
yeah, that's what I like to hear.
We'll discuss it.
Right here for president? I thought you were for private executive. Right here for president executive. All right, see you later, man. Have a good night.
You too.
I'm gonna go do bone stuff.
You all this toilet paper, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pretend I'm a mummy.
The bones are his money.
That's right. You're gonna go pull somebody's hair up but not out.
Up but not out. Right. So as the debate goes on, it seems like she's got a lot of answers for the points that you bring up here, Tyler. These are opposed roles, believe it or not.
No.
Opposed roles for you can use diplomacy. So I mean, you've got the option here of using your paradox.
Okay.
Oh, let's see here. How many? Yeah, it's just a single one. So I mean, you got a pretty good bonus potentially using this 19. Do you want to make another roll so you can get a 20?
Yeah, or I mean, even another 19, 18. Are we happy with any of the top three? Diplomacy, go for whatever we are discussing. Rolled a 6 on the dice. Why don't we use 12. Why don't we use the 16 instead?
Okay. Yeah, she seems to have some trouble maybe keeping up, kind of sowing some untruths about like your management style and like things people have said about you behind the scenes. But for the most part, yeah, I think like the hubbub after the debate rolls around is you pretty much won this one.
Huzzah!
Pretty handily. I'm gonna roll my secret rolls. Right. Another week passes, believe it or not, of you guys canvassing. I kind of did all those rolls in a oneer, but you've done very well in the canvassing, so we don't need to worry about doing that anymore. But as you're out and about, I think Zilix, Ferlet, Ingelos, one of the Orcish sisters, comes up to you, or maybe you're assigned to chat with the Ingelos sisters, and she, kind of takes you aside, crosses her arms over her Kells shirt and is like, I'm sorry it came to this. My sisters are still very angry about you all failing to protect Thali.
Well, to be honest, we're all pretty upset about that ourselves. We did what we could, but we didn't get there in time.
That's what they don't want to admit to themselves, that it was already too late when you got to her. But to their points, she said she really wanted a seat at your guys' table. She wanted a seat in Redacted's vehicle. She heard about many of your adventures exploring, and well, she was stuck on guard duty a lot of the time. But I just wanted to say, you showed great honor, Zilix, when you helped bury her remains, what little were left of them there. And whatever happens in the future, I want you to know I appreciated that.
Well, I'm not one for words, and, well, this has me wanting them even more. I'm honored. Thank you.
The rest of you, as you're walking back and forth across the town square in week 3, one day wake up and notice that a ton of the grass in the square has been killed off, and it looks, it's hard to see, but you can tell that something's been like chemically burnt in. Ezra Shire sends up a small drone, and the pictures he sends you all is indeed the sign of the cult of the Gnomon, kind of burnt into maybe bleached into the grass here, but on like a huge scale. It's like 30, 40 feet across. That same symbol of, it kind of looks clock-like, circle with like a dash at the top. Ezran's like, I'll see if Namiltana can replace this sod. This graffiti is getting a little intense, though. When it was just spray paint and, carving into bathroom stalls and whatnot, it seemed like something we could handle. But, that whoever this is literally going scorched earth. This stinks.
Yes, they are becoming more bold, and it isn't something that we can just try. If we try to just come down hard on this and squash it, it will certainly not help us against Kells. We need more information about who's running this, why they are doing this, and what their goals are.
Let's get to debate part 2, and it kind of goes the same way. This one is on Kells' home turf. It's in the courtyard in front of the communications center. So the large, now repaired communications tower is kind of behind you guys, where you'll be standing on the stage. But right before you're about to go on yet again, can you guys make me a will save?
My goodness. Somebody's goofing with this.
I hereby roll the worst roll I will ever roll.
Nah, you're gonna do a lot worse than that in the future. Trust 18 on the dice. Yeah, we got some good rolls from Drampram, from Zilix, Redacted. Do you really have no bonus to your will save?
No, not even a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
Mine's a -1. So.
Oh goodness gracious!
It's all pure raw dog rolls that you get from me.
All dog in life. Asher, you want to give me one to you? Okay. All right. Well, this is the exact opposite that happened the previous week. Radier has failed here. Yeah, like a wave of nausea hits, like a kind of like migraine feeling as you're prepping, maybe looking through your notes, Tyler.
Can he replace that with a special roll?
Nope. I can't do saves yet. Replacing a will save, I can't do that until 5th level.
Everyone else that rolled a success here, why don't you guys make me a mysticism check, see if you can see what is happening.
I'll surely try.
Oh no.
I'm going to tempt fate by saying out loud again that this is going to be the worst thing I've ever rolled.
Drew's just mocking the dice. Reverse psychology.
Not a lot of successes here. Asher, do you want to give me another roll? Rebecca.
Another one?
Look, at least I rolled double digits. Even if
sorry, I missed it. All right, nope, nobody's got it here. Yeah, this. It feels really weird here.
Can we try to figure out? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go right ahead. I mean, I'm giving you a chance to see if you can figure out what is happening. But now that all of you have experienced this, Radier, you're pretty sure that something like it feels like some kind of magical pall is falling on you. It's not something that you're eating because this time you guys aren't partaking in the sideboard smorgasbord of snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what exactly it is. Not nerves, that's for certain.
And it's not someone casting it directly at us.
I mean, not anywhere that you can see. There's a lot of people in the backstage area, but nothing like no one's coming up and tapping you on the shoulder or anything like that.
Is there?
It's really just the two campaign peoples that are back here, your election committee and hers.
Trying to see. No, nothing I can do right now.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the debate, Tyler. This time, indeed, the cult of the Gnomon security comes up, as well as the deals that you've made on behalf of the colonies. She indeed brings up, Plostov. She says, "Yeah, you guys all cheered on your leaders when they made a deal with Plostov to share our discoveries with our neighbors to the south. But what? Did you all know that when it's time to make a deal over the collection of golden blooms, a colony resource that not a lot of other colonies have access to, they indeed sold it to a pharmaceutical company for $0 and also X'd out a potential connection with Xenowardens in the process, and really cool blue bear as well."
Relevance.
Yeah.
Objection relevance.
He's a cool guy. I don't know what to tell you. Made me some tea, psychically talked into my mind. Anyway. Oh, yeah, not to mention that the group decided to develop a plot of land to the northwest here when they found a meteorite, because it was a boon that allowed them to sell the metal inside for a tiny profit, instead of working on other projects around the colony. So, you want to make another diplomacy check?
Do I get my 3 paradoxes for the day?
No. For some reason, you're not able to see what is happening in the future here, what she's about to say.
Well, the dice have decided to role play this out exactly as you wish it to. 4 on the dice.
4 on the dice. I mean, you've got a
rolling
level reroll if you want.
Let's do it. I'd love to conquer this failed will save with a mighty natural 20 diplomacy roll.
No, actually, never mind. It says you don't have one. You're the only one that doesn't. Is that right?
I mean, I'm guessing I used it on something ridiculous, so sure.
Okay. Well, never mind here. Yeah.
All right. Well, no, I just took 4 on the dice.
Yeah, she seems to be able to come up this week. She was floundering last week. This week, come up with something for like every talking point that you have. It's almost like she read your notes that you were preparing for this, and like as soon as you started to bring up a subject, she had a counter to it. Right, there's only one more debate left.
Right, hold on.
Week right before the election.
I want to see. I'm cruising through my spell list to see if there's something I can do here.
Yeah, anything you want to do before the debate to change things up? This one, you guys, because it was her home turf the previous week, you can pick where you want the debate to happen, how you want it to happen, all the particulars.
Oh, okay. Anybody have a good idea for where we can do this to give us an advantage?
A highway.
That's your answer for everything, Redacted. Let's go.
The highway to the danger zone. Yeah.
See if she can keep up with the vehicle while you're getting asked questions. You're like buggying around.
Maybe one of the places that we fought that and then made safe for the entire colony, like where the jolt vines were, or where we fought back against some other things.
How we smoothed over the fight between colonists about the, what was it, Electivore?
Okay, that's like in front of someone's house, in front of a couple people's buildings, or in a junkyard, or in the at the electrical power plant. trying to think of where it was. The food dispensary. You can pick the initial landing site for the was it Burnished Dawn? People were pretty stoked when you guys called them to help out fighting the mole beetles.
That's a good
on
idea.
initially landing.
I like it.
Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to do differently in your prep, Praetor? Or you have any ideas?
I don't think no. I don't have a spell that I can cast that will like protect me or give me a bonus to will saves or anything else like that. I do have a really cool spell, but I believe I would have to turn it into a spell gem because it's on my list, but I don't know it.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I can turn it into a spell gem because it is it is an instantaneous, like it is a reaction spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it'll work in this situation.
Okay. So you're just going to go through your regular prep before the debate and head on out to the stage.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't think I can really do. Well, how much is a ring of resistance? Really quick. That's like the only thing I can think of just like buying immediately just to try to give me a bonus.
Quick, go to the store and get me ring of resistance.
Quick, somebody run out to the Space Walmart and get us a ring of resistance.
You laugh, but boy, would a +2 be better than a +1?
Yeah. Mark 1 ring of resistance is it's only 735 credits, Tyler. You got that
cool.
right.
I can't afford that, so we're going in blind, people.
Well, guess what time it is, everybody? Will save time.
Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating.
Yeah, the third time this happened, you definitely feel like you're getting blasted with some magic.
Come on, dice gods.
Chamfram. Oh, it's not going to happen.
Oh, natural 20! Natural 20 on the will save!
No, you could do it, Praetor.
Yeah, why don't you make me a mysticism check? Because you have indeed saved, Tyler.
Come on. Show me 2 good rolls in a row. I'll take it. 12 on the dice. 18 mysticism.
Yeah.
I'm going to aid him if I can.
Go right ahead.
Hey, 18.
Oh, goodness. He rolled as well as I did, and he doesn't even have a bonus.
I look at Praetor and I'm like, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, as you guys get this feeling of nausea kind of like running over you, you and Jamfram kind of shake it off, baby, shake it off.
Yeah.
And indeed can feel that there's like an active magical presence just washing over you. And across the room, getting prepped and maybe a back row from Altharia Grauman, you see Kells Deirdrick with her 2 fingers to her temple as she is casting Detect Thoughts on you. Oh, bum, bum, bum.
He's trying to know our thinks.
Oh, she might have already figured out some thinks as psychically, you see a smile spread across her face, and psychically in her mind, you hear the words, to be continued. We'll wrap up election 323 next week on the podcast and move on to some more stuff, because I don't know if you guys have been keeping track, but we also just completed like another month on the colony. just this episode. I told you it's going to go very quickly in some
Patrick,
weeks.
do we have our hit points back though? This is my question.
I didn't mention every time that you get hit with Detect Thoughts, you take 50 damage. Is that right? Oh, well, I guess you got unconscious. Sorry. That's a really powerful level 1
That's one way to win an election, I suppose.
Oh, yeah.
My opponent is so weak.
Just murder shit.
Look at him sleeping at the podium. Hides a hammer behind her back.
Yeah. Well, one more debate, then it's election time, and we get to do some math. That's going to do it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks for playing with me.
Thank you.
Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
Listeners, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the political machinations of Viridian Colony. We will catch you on the next week's episode of Cosmic Crit. Good week, everybody.
Keep on.
Bye.
Space shopping.
an officially licensed partner of Paizo Incorporated. The Starfinder role-playing game and adventure paths are trademarks of Paizo. All Pathfinder and Starfinder images are property of Paizo and are used with permission.